$2. 10's out and Pimento.
Move in. Shoot swap taking out the first event. Set, they're off. Set, Common, Pimento, both a little bit slowly out. Ain't She Grand the best out. Toffler and He's a Knockout jump well. Toffler, the favourite, will settle down in about third spot. Pimento coming along the rail to improve to fourth from Neo Magic, Bilko, and then Said Com, and then Suits Us, who can't go at all early here, and Fluctuations last. So Ain't She Grand is just in front. He's a Knockout, came across to sit outside of it. Toffler running third, Pimento on the rail fourth. That division about 3 lengths on Said Com. Neo Magic on the outside. It's getting its ears scrubbed off. And then further back, Bilko, Fluctuations and Suit Us not stretching out last. At the 550, Ain't She Grand a half in front. He's a Knockout second, Pimento third. Toffler the favourite fourth. And then Said Com, who's made up ground on the rail, but has run out of room now, got nowhere to go. Neo Magic still struggling on the outside. It's been hard at work for a long way. Coming into the straight, Ain't She Grand led from He's a Knockout. Toffler's the outside. Said Com's trying to get into the clear. It's starting to run on strongly now. Ain't She Grand in front from Toffler. Here comes Said Com, starting to stretch out hard on the outside. Said Com moved up, put play to them in one bound, and Said Com's going to race away and win it well. Won by 2 lengths. Toffler second, Ain't She Grand third. Then Bilko, Fluctuations, followed by Neo Magic. It was gone at the 700, and then He's a Knockout.
5-2, final 600, and the Inglis Interims there for you. 2 1/4 lengths by is really hitting Rose Hill, so that is good news. Said Com is the favourite here for this race. A dual acceptor, the emergency here, and Said Com on now just back out to 230, came into 225 from 240. Said Com by O'Reilly out of a Centane mare, Centre Belt. She's a half sister to Master Belt, who won a New Zealand.
It's over 1,300 metres. Said Com came out about midfield, but he's now drifting towards the rear. So Generous began well. Mr. Bollinger speeds up along the fence and goes to the front. He's had some tempo here as they run to the 800, where the leader, Mr. Bollinger, from So Generous up outside of it, going a little bit keenly. Then Magic Weekend and Kinnersley, followed by Miss Kiss. Said Com midfield on the fence, followed by Youthful King. Rightest is behind it. Third last from Sutton Friend and Romanus at the back of the field. Approaching the home turn, about 450 to run. And Mr. Bollinger led. He's broken the field up. So Generous in second spot under the whip. Kinnersley hugs the fence next, followed by Magic Weekend. And then Miss Kiss. Said Com is starting to work home now. And then Brightest right down the outside. Mr. Bollinger led. Here comes Said Com, the favourite. Romanus is going with it as they run to the 200. Romanus and Said Com descended on the lead together. Romanus on the inside and Said Com on the outside. Romanus and Said Com. Said Com's too good. Come away, beat Romanus 3/4. Brightest got third. Then Kinnersley, Mr. Bollinger, Miss Kiss, Magic Weekend, followed by So Generous.
For Chris Fold. There's a divvies on screen. 210, 120. Divvies on screen.
Move in. It is the TAB Sportsbet Market Mover, one of the better tried runners on the program so far. As they get set, let's head back to Mark Sheen.
Said Com is $2 into 170 here. And starting out of this small shoot, and then they run onto the course proper. They're away. Well, Said Com certainly wasn't the best out. In fact, he'll go back to last. Welcome Gold landed in front and leads from Key West and also Voice Commander. Kiranata on the outside. Deep in the early stages. He'll have to work forward to get in, followed by New Day Rising, and then Skytrain in the middle. Shock Value second last. Said Com can't go the speed and is about 2 away last of all. Welcome Gold led with Kiranata working up on the outside to get to second, and then back on the inside Key West. New Day Rising left out a little bit wide outside Skytrain and Voice Commander. Shock Value second last, and Said Com starting to tack on one off the rail. As they run to the 500, Welcome Gold held together, led by 2. Key West railed up behind it. Kiranata struggling on the outside. Then New Day Rising, Voice Commander, followed by Skytrain. Said Com is still riding patiently. He's now pulling to the outside. Spots the leaders 5. Into the straight. Welcome Goal with a nice break. 2.5 Key West. Then Skytrain. Said Com will want to get moving. It's Welcome Gold in front with 150 to go. Led from Key West. Said Com is now starting to work home strongly. Welcome Gold is about to faint. Said Com is flying on the outside. He'll get up and win it. Said Com beat Welcome Gold. Third home was Skytrain, followed by Key West, Voice Commander. And then came Shock Value, Kiranata, And New Day Rising last in. And I think a few punters who laid the odds on there had a heart attack.
With that, Sedcom, no doubt earmarked for some of the better races during the spring. First up, he's landed some big bets, and another one for Chris.
And they're off and racing now. Coming out well in the centre, Motspur. Zaratone began well underneath it, though, and will take up the running. So Zaratone from Motspur, Calvo driving up on the inside, and Bold Glance was next. New Day Rising from a wide alley is being stooled forward by the rider. Will get up into second spot in a moment. Then a gap to Mr. Armstrong is on the inside, followed by Tromso, Nocturnal and Kentucky Park. Sedcom over on the fence, and Ruben Percival settling at the rear. So they've come into that first bend, and Zaratone led clearly from New Day Rising, Calvo third. Bold Glance ahead away on the outside in fourth, and then Notspur two away. Mr. Armstrong's back sixth on the rail, followed by Tromso. Nocturnal was next. It's out three wide on a limb, though. Sedcom back on the rail, and then came Kentucky Park and Ruben Percival at the back of the field. They've come to the 600, and Zaratone, who's won 4 from 10 on this track, is the leader. Leads out from New Day Rising and Calvo. Then a length to Bold Glance, followed further back by Mr. Armstrong and Motspur. Sedcom's trying to get off the inside. Tromso, Nocturnal, has still got a lot of work to do. She's sat wide. She's still about 6 away. And then Kentucky Park down the outside. Zaratone in front. Calvo's coming off its back from Mr. Armstrong. And then Motspur down the outside. Nocturnal can't win. It's Mr. Armstrong coming after Zaratone. Sedcom's driving through in the centre. Is it his day today? It is. Sedcom's hit the lead. And Sedcom beat Mr. Armstrong. Zaratone possibly third from Calvo, Ruben Percival. And then Bold Glance, Kentucky Park, Tromso, Motspur, Nocturnal, and last in was New Day Rising.
Another one for Huey Bowman and another one for Chris Waller. That's 3 on the day in the first 5 races, and that takes you to 152.5.
Side Nocturnal can't win. It's Mr. Armstrong coming after Zaratone. Sedcom's driving through in the centre. Is it his day today? It is. Sedcom's hit the lead, and Sedcom beat Mr. Armstrong. Zaratone possibly third from Calvo, Ruben Percival was New Day Rising.
Another one for Huey Bowman and another one for Chris Waller. That's 3 on the day in the first 5 races, and that takes you to 152.5.